Welcome to the first installment of r/entitled Parents, where Karens think they're the center of the universe. As always, if you like these stories or just feel like being supportive, please hit that like button and consider subscribing, as this all really helps my channel grow and pushes me to create more videos. Now let's get started with our first story of the day, which was posted by severe-item. Entitled Parents let their kids play in our cactus garden. Note, this was pre-coronavirus. My parents have a house in the city, and I am home with them due to the pandemic. My house has a very small plot of dirt in front that is fenced in by a large black iron fence. It's very clear that this is private property. My grandmother has a very green thumb and brought some of her outdoor cactus, she lives in Connecticut, over to plant in our yard many years ago. They survive every winter and bloom in the summer, and are pretty cool plants. However, their spines and needles are very small and translucent. It is extremely hard to see them, and you can get pricked very easily. I myself have gotten pricked when tidying up the yard, and I obviously try to avoid the plants. The needles are also extremely hard to remove out of your skin. My mom used to always decorate the garden by placing little models of dinosaurs or animals among the cactus. The kids around the neighborhood all loved it, and often when coming home I would see some family with a young kid looking at the garden. It was cute and my family had no issues. Until these entitled parents come along. My mom was in the house on a normal day when she heard some loud noises outside that weren't going away. She looks outside and sees a group of parents with their kids. The parents are standing outside and around the iron fence while the kids are in the yard, which is almost completely covered in cactus. They are playing with the toy dinosaurs and animals while sitting in the cactus. It's clear the parents assumed the cactus didn't have any needles because they aren't really visible to the human eye. You barely see the needles when they're in your skin. As my mom is looking at them, the parents see her and get the kids out of the yard and leave. Those parents are not going to have fun pulling hundreds and hundreds of translucent, tiny, thin needles from their children's arms, legs, and butts. Have these parents never seen a cactus in their life? Just because you can't see the needles doesn't mean it's not there. I feel sorry for that child who had no idea what they were getting themselves into, when all they wanted to do was play with a little dinosaur. Our next story was posted by 69_topshagger_420. Entitled Mother wants me to give her precious child my 2,000-pound shoes. Hi there. For some background knowledge, I am a sneakerhead and collect shoes. I have a pair of off-white Jordan 1s, Chicago's, which cost $2,000 resale. I was walking outside before quarantine, and a boy around my age approaches me. Nice shoes, bro. Thanks, man. These are one of my grails. Same. Alright then, have a great day. Next, I see him and his mother approaching me, him trying to stop his mother. My son says he wants your shoes. I said I want the same pair, not his. Shut up. Don't interrupt. Well, actually, your son is saying no, so please leave me alone. Please, Mom? Let's just leave. Give me your effing shoes. These are worth $2,000. I'm not just gonna give them away to some crazy lady that wants them. She then proceeds to hold me and says, take his shoes. I break free and run away from her. I met the kid another day. He was super chill and he apologized for his mother's behavior. We ended up becoming friends, and laughed about it in the end. Oh wait. This entitled mother tried to steal someone's shoes by holding onto them and telling her son to take his shoes, even though he didn't want to take them. Are you kidding me? That's like the worst partner in crime ever. I wonder how awkward it gets when he goes over to his house to hang out. Our last story was posted by This Requires a Burner. I just saw a lady get tasered for trying to snatch a woman's face mask to give to her child. I argued with my husband about whether or not to post this because I'm pretty sure this will make the local news, and I didn't want to burn this account just yet. But he won rock, paper, scissors, so here we are. Prepare yourself. This story has layers. We were at the dreaded big box store, picking up some potting soil because we were going to DIY ourselves through the isolation. Things aren't crazy here, yet, but there is a 2 per customer limit on majority of items. I assume this means everything, so we're getting 2 bags of each of a few different types of soil. My husband is loading the last 8 bags on our cart when I hear her. I know it's a Karen just by the level of unnecessary outrage in her voice. Are you kidding me? Not a lot of people out here in the garden center, but we all look to her. I was almost disappointed to see she didn't come with the risque haircut. She actually looks like a frazzled mom, her kid tugging on her hand and an overfull handbasket of groceries. And I had a moment of, girl, I feel you. But damn it, she was pointing at us. You can't buy that many. You are hoarding. Yeah, we can. We're getting 2 each. Oh, you don't fool me. I know what you're doing. So do I. F off. I'm just sitting there imagining all the ways I'm gonna rock his world tonight. Well, Karen huffed at that, spun around, and yanked her kid back inside to complain to the employee working the register nearby. Now, we already paid for our items. The employee had come out and scanned the bags earlier, and he could easily see our cart from inside. So, being finished, we pushed the cart out of the garden center into the parking lot. And then the automatic doors open behind us, and I hear, now they're stealing, just great. We load the soil in the car, and turn around to bring the cart back and look at plants. By the time we get back, Karen has given up on trying to convince the employee we're the Bonnie and Clyde of dirt, and is now trying to negotiate skipping somebody in line. She has a child, you see, and her handbasket, well, it's just so full and heavy. Could she please just scooch right on in here real quick, and it'll just be an extra second, she swears. The woman Karen is trying to skip is young, maybe college age, and wearing a face mask. Not a medical mask, but the stretchy kind you'd wear while riding a motorcycle or while you're skiing. My husband has just informed me it's a neck gaiter. The mask is black and has like scary wolf teeth on it. That honestly made the girl look like somebody you should not F with, even though she was wearing a Gap t-shirt and flip-flops. Mask Girl is just shaking her head no, and that's all I got as we dropped off the cart. I browse, pick up a couple plants, and we head inside to wait in line. Now it's showtime. Karen and Mask Girl are near the register facing off. No pun intended. From the looks of things, Mask Girl finished her purchase and Karen stopped her before she could leave. I don't know if she grabbed her or anything, but Karen was still holding her full basket, so she hadn't checked out yet. Well, she hadn't paid for her groceries yet, because clearly this woman had checked out. But you don't even need it now. You're leaving. My son could get sick because you won't give it to him, and he needs it. Hell no. You can't have it. Back off, lady. But my son really likes it, and it's obviously made for boys anyways. Why would you even want to wear something so scary? Because I like it, and it has my germs on it. Why would you put a stranger's mask on your kid? Ugh. Why are you being so rude? You wouldn't let us go through the checkout first, and now you're making my son very upset. Your problem, not mine. And then Mask Girl turns to leave while Karen manifests the biggest courage ever and grabs Mask Girl by the back of her mask. Let me make a side note here. When all of this is going down, we're all just standing in line and watching. The register is still going boop, boop, boop as the employee scans items. But otherwise, we're all just inside this hypnotic bubble. But when Karen reached out towards Mask Girl, it was like the bubble popped and made everything crystal clear. Not slow-mo or anything, but I absolutely felt hyper-aware, like Spider-Man. Karen reaches out. People on both sides of me inhale loudly. Karen grabs the mask and yanks. A lady on my right yells, and my husband steps forward. So, getting busy tonight. Mask Girl tucks her head down and turns to Karen like an angry bull, with a bright and shiny new target. I think Karen was going to say something like, "Don't walk away from me," or something, but all she got was a, "Don't." I looked around because the noise was so loud I figured the roof was going to cave in. But out of the corner of my eye, I see Karen spasm and drop to the floor withering. Little Miss Mask Girl had a effing taser. I don't know when she pulled it out, this tiny little flashlight looking thing, but she laid Karen out with it. And not one of us moved for what felt like forever, like we were frozen. And then it was effing bedlam. Security guard shows up, more employees show up. Mask Girl is chilling like she's been through this before and knows what comes next. The kid is screaming like Wolf Girl killed his mom, even though she's groaning and sobbing on the floor and clearly not dead, but maybe wishing she was. The people that had been in line with us were all talking at once, trying to tell the security guard what happened. We hung around just witnessing the insanity for maybe 2 minutes before Karen started choking out demands for an ambulance, the police, a lawyer, the mayor, restitution, and reparations. My husband made eye contact with an employee and got a thumbs up when he put the plants on a shelf and pointed towards the door. We got the F out of there. We drove home in silence until my husband parked the car in our driveway, and then we just bursted out laughing. Neither of us had seen anything like that before. We live in a small beach town. People are super laid back and mellow. Karen was anything but, and I hope to never see her again. This mother makes no sense. Why would you want to take a stranger's mask, whose mouth germs have been all over it, to give to your own child, even though she claims that she wants to use it to prevent him from getting sick? This mother definitely never got a punch or a slap to the face growing up, or she would have known how to act and known that putting your hands on somebody can turn ugly really fast. That concludes this episode of r/entitled parents. If you enjoyed, please like, comment, and subscribe, as this all really helps my channel grow and pushes me to create more videos. Also, I'll be posting videos every Sunday, Tuesday, and Thursday, so make sure you turn on notifications to be notified for my next video. Thanks for watching, and I will see you next time.